welcome to What's Up Ocala. I'm your host, Andrea Proeber, and today, we're going to talk real estate. We're going to be breaking down all the latest trends, the insights, and basically any opportunities in the local housing market right here in Ocala. Now, whether you're buying, selling, or I don't know, maybe you're just curious what's going on over here, you're in the right place. Let's dive right in. All right, first up, let's talk about the latest market trends. As of last month, the median house price, the sales price for a home in Ocala is $256,000, which is down 10.5% compared to the same time last year. So we can definitely see where the trend was heading. A lot of things have changed though. The prices are down, but the homes are still selling. And they're selling at a pretty solid pace. They've got an average currently of about 35 days on the market. This shows that buyers and sellers are actively engaging even in a market that's cooled off a bit for the last year. Now, what does this mean for you? Well, for buyers, this could be a huge opportunity to secure a home at a slightly lower price than maybe you've seen in recent years, obviously, since around, 2020. Well, the lower prices can make that dream of home ownership a little more accessible, even with the higher interest rates, especially for those first-time home buyers, because there's a lot of additional incentives out there for you. Now, for sellers, pricing your home correctly is key. I cannot stress this enough. Buyers are savvy. They're smart. They can see the trends just as much as you can. And homes that are overpriced, they're going to sit on the market. They're going to sit on the market for a while. So one thing to keep in mind, even though prices are down, Ocala is still a really sought after, desirable location for people across the country. With our mix of affordability, small town charm, and a lot of the really unique amenities that makes Ocala wonderful, homes here are still in high demand. So it's kind of making a balanced market. And that's what we're really trying for, right? So what you might want to see looking ahead is the experts predict. My crystal ball broke long ago, but the experts are predicting that 2025, by and large, it's going to recover. The prices for homes are expected to increase by an average about 2.2%. So it's not anything astronomical, but it's still good news for those of you that are considering buying or selling. For buyers, this means you still have some time to find a home at today's prices before the market starts climbing up again. For sellers, it's a reminder that Ocala remains a solid long-term investment. What's driving this optimism? Well, Ocala's population growth and its economic development are basically the keys. So because of that growth with everyone moving here, a lot of investors are taking notice. Our area continues to attract businesses and families, and that's all helping to stabilize and grow the market over time. You might want to work with a local expert who knows the local market. Here in Ocala, of course, we would love to help you with that. As we grow, one of the biggest concerns I have to say is what I hear people saying, that we have to balance that growth in Ocala with preserving Ocala's character. A lot of people are concerned, especially our beautiful horse farms and all of our open spaces and all the trees and everything that Ocala is known for. In fact, Ocala is actually known for being the horse capital of the world. And that's not just a nickname. It's a way of life here. Many of you are worried that the new developments will take over. They're going to take over the farmland that makes our area so special and so unique. But fortunately, there are protections in place, like zoning laws that help safeguard agricultural land. They're not changing everything. They're actually working with the plan that was set forth decades ago. These regulations make it difficult to turn a horse farm into a massive housing development overnight, for example. What's exciting is that a lot of the growth that we're seeing actually celebrates Ocala's equestrian heritage, which is fantastic. For example, the World Equestrian Center, which is an equestrian themed community, really. There's actually a lot of equestrian themed communities, housing communities that are popping up, and they're offering homes with horse friendly amenities like barns, trails, and open pastures. Those neighborhoods are allowing us to grow, but we're still maintaining basically the essence of what makes Ocala, Ocala. While Ocala continues to grow, there's really good news as well. A lot of effort is actually being made to protect our horse farms and to preserve what makes this area so special. So it's not just about the land. It's also about the lifestyle and the culture and the community. All of that comes together to really make it a special place. So growth doesn't have to mean like losing what we love. It can also mean enhancing it, as long as we're mindful of how we move forward. And I really think that's important. If you want to find out more about this, there is a group called Horse Farms Forever, and they're actually taking strides to preserve these equestrian-only areas for future generations of Ocalians. So that's definitely something that you might want to look into and to support. Talking about growth, Ocala's population has definitely been on the rise. Everybody sees it, they feel it. It's traffic. We're seeing 269 people a week moving to our area. This growth is great, but it's also a double-edged sword. On one hand, it boosts demand for housing, which is great for buyers and sellers and all of that. But on the other hand, it puts a big pressure on inventory, which makes it more challenging, especially for buyers that want a specific thing or if they're trying to find just the right home. Thankfully, we do have a lot of housing going on because the growth also brings builders that are responding to the demand by creating new communities that cater to both the traditional buyers and those seeking more specialized amenities and homes like, 55 plus communities or all ages gated communities or equestrian properties. Those are all being developed as well. So if you're considering buying or selling, understanding how the population growth impacts your options is huge. Like really look at the numbers and the areas and the plans for what's going to happen in Marion County. More people means opportunities, but it also means competition. So timing is everything. If you're looking to purchase a home, you might want to look at it a little bit now instead of later when everybody else is. The other thing to look at is the seasonal issue. We're going to talk about the holiday season and how it affects real estate. You're probably going to see a lot of realtors that are on vacation pretty soon because it's pretty slow during that time frame. It's basically the time when everybody kind of focuses on celebrations and traveling and family visiting and all of that. And that's true. But the holidays can also be a great time to buy or sell. For sellers, listing during the holiday often means that there's less competition because not everybody wants to have people coming through their house during holidays. And for buyers who are house hunting, well, this time of year, it tends to be only serious, motivated, and ready decision makers are actually out there in the market. A lot of people take their house temporarily off the market during the holidays. So this could work in your favor if you're looking for a fast sale. It might work against you as well if you're trying for more options. For buyers, the holidays, it brings some opportunity to negotiate because sellers who keep their homes on the market during this season are often eager to close deals and they can't afford to take them off the market even temporarily. So that can lead to some better terms for you. Plus, with fewer buyers competing for the properties that you want, you might have a bit more breathing room to make decisions. But like I said, give your realtor a heads up first because a lot of them are out of town during this time frame. Let's not forget that homes look their best during the holidays as well. Of course, everybody puts all sorts of festive stuff all over their houses and inside and out. So you have cozy decorated homes. And that can bring emotional connections to people, and having that cheerful fireplace and stuff. That's a Hallmark card, really. Right, currently, there are 3,792 homes available and ready to purchase. And keep in mind, some of the soon-to-be available houses that are new construction, that's not even in there. That's fewer houses sitting on the market over last month's numbers, but it's been fluctuating. So take note, folks, because that number has been slowly and steadily increasing over the last year, but it's now starting to kind of slide around a little bit. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and look at exactly what the numbers are doing, who's buying, who's selling, or at least how many, and see if that helps you with any decisions that you need to be making, or at least help you with your market watch. Okay, for new listings, we had 258. So that's 258 houses that are residential in Marion County that hit the market in the last 7 days. Price increases, you had 29. Price decreases, 440. We're going to talk about that. Back on the market, we had 58, sold 209, expired 30. Pending, 222. Obviously, the houses are still moving. Temporarily off the market, 11. We're going to see that number increase soon. Withdrawn completely, 7, and canceled, 63. That's a lot. Okay, so let's talk about those 440 price reductions. Okay, I know you don't want to leave money on the table. I have heard that over and over and over again, but at the same time, you have to price competitively in today's market, or your house is just going to sit there. Let's talk about the mortgage interest rate. Everybody's talking about interest rates. What are they doing? Are they going up? Are they going down? Okay, it is important. It is very important, but please don't set your entire life by that. Interest rates right now are 6.92. It rose 4 basis points. So it is going up slightly, but that's more of a wobble than anything. That's not a huge increase or anything. So just keep in mind that it's going to go up, it's going to go down, but it's not going to go anything drastic right at the moment. Something you might want to consider is getting a 15-year fixed, which is considerably lower. It's about 6.26%. So even though that came up as well, it's still a less expensive option. You could end up saving $100,000 just by doing a 15-year instead of a 30. It's not that much of a difference on your mortgage, on your mortgage payments. All right. So whether you need a mortgage right now or you plan on getting one in the next year or two, when you go to talk to the lenders, I say that very carefully, lenders, plural. You're going to want to talk to more than just one. I know it seems very strange to have more than one mortgage lender give you a quote, but they all have different programs and they have different interest rates that they can offer and other, first-time home buyer things and stuff like that. So you may want to go ahead and check with more than one lender and shop around, compare prices. They will not get hurt by that. In fact, they'll probably think you're a savvy buyer. So that's something that I want you to consider. And if you have any questions on that, or if you need some help with that, feel free to let me know. It is completely and totally fine. All right. 30-year fixed rate, like I said, 6.92%. 15-year fixed rate, 6.25%. Let's see, what else have we got? We've got the 30-year fixed rate, FHA. That's actually a little higher. It's 7.04%. That's kind of surprising. VA is actually higher than that. Fixed rate VA is 7.06%. That's interesting. So I don't know. If you're thinking of selling your home, I would absolutely love to talk to you. You can go ahead and make an appointment with us if you just want some ideas, or you're not necessarily ready to sell right now. You just want to see if it's a good idea, or maybe there's some improvements you want to do, or you're not even sure what to do. Go ahead and let me know. Email again is GER.ExpectMore@gmail.com. Now, if you're wanting to go it alone, it's okay. It is totally okay. I'm not going to be mad at you. In fact, I have you covered. I actually wrote a book for sale by owners, FSBOs. My book, How to FSBO Like a Pro is actually available exclusively on Amazon. So super easy to download and all of that. So you can go on Amazon and get yourself a book. It's got some funny stories in there and stuff. So you can also, all right, let's go ahead and talk about the stuff that is happening this weekend in and around Ocala. Of course, the downtown market is on every Saturday. It's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. But I don't know that I would necessarily recommend that, because at 3 o'clock downtown, that is where Light Up Ocala kicks off. And Light Up Ocala is probably the biggest event of the year in Ocala. It's pretty intense. There's a lot of people. And it happens to be the 40th anniversary of Light Up Ocala. So if you're wondering what's going on downtown, why is Silver Springs Boulevard closed? Why are there so many crowds of people everywhere? Why is there a parade? All of this stuff, all the festivities, all of it is set for 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. today. And parking is interesting, but they actually have parking lots, and they've got off-site parking as well, and they're offering free shuttle service with that. So maybe park at the Discovery Center or skate park or something like that, and then shuttle over. If that's not really your bag, you're kind of wanting to stay away from the massive crowds, you could do something that's still a lot of fun. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and it's the Hobby Horse Equestrian Games. Yes, the hobby horse is like the stick horse. Okay, yeah. So they have hobby horse events like reining, barrels, show jumping, polo, and a lot more. I don't know how they would do polo with one hand on the horse. I don't know, but it should be a lot of fun. There's also an all breeds horse parade. There's hay rides. They've got demonstrations, vendors, and of course, food trucks. You can't do any event in Ocala without a food truck. But yeah, this is part of the CEP's Equine Initiative. It should be really, really fun, and you should get some really great pictures and videos out of it, I'm sure. Something else that you might want to consider doing is going to see the Glass Menagerie. It's a play by Tennessee Williams. It's over at the Ocala Civic Theater, and you can get your tickets to this wonderful production, but it's only a few more chances to do that and see the show before it closes tomorrow on Sunday. Right. So purchase your tickets at OcalaCivicTheater.com. This is a live on-stage production. It's been going on from November 7th till tomorrow, so the 24th. But you can find out more about tickets and stuff if you want to by calling them at 352-236-2274 or going to OcalaCivicTheater.com. All right, we've covered the latest market trends, what's on the horizon for 2025, how Ocala's growth is shaping the real estate landscape, and how it's affecting the equestrian community. If you have any questions or you need some help navigating the market or Ocala or whatever, I'm here for you. All right, that's it for us, but don't worry, we will be back next week on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for another amazing show. We'll see you then.